Hi and welcome. With me are Heather C. Harris and Ruby Coleman. I am Helen Gulish, SoulGeek.com's resident geek dating advice guru, and we are the Muses. This week's episode was actually brought to us by a comment. It's from user Showdown Empire. He wrote in saying, I think saying be yourself gives people the idea that they don't have to change anything about themselves to be successful. And we agree. You know, it's not just enough to be yourself, you have to know yourself. So that's our topic this week, is knowing yourself. And let's start with Heather.
It's so funny because the other day I was talking to a friend and they are a little bit younger. They're about, 19, 20 years old. And I think she's still getting to know herself because, in our community, we tend to
fantasize.
Exactly, a lot. And even at such a young age, you should be open to opening yourself up to different influences in your life.
I'm going to say it out loud is, I wanted to be an anthropologist because of Indiana Jones. But I'm not going to go around with a whip and a little fedora, even though I would love a fedora. But,
you can still always get a fedora.
Yeah.
There's a compromise,
But at the same time, it's kind of almost the same thing where you kind of lose yourself in that fantasy.
Well, I think I had myself pretty down pat, and quite honestly, no, I didn't. And we never really do. And I feel like having that growth for wisdom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's opening yourself up. Like, you may be happy with where you are at this point in time, like if you're 19 or something like that. But you're still figuring things out. And so you have to open yourself up for the potential for growth, the potential for improvement and everything.
And then you have some older people that they've gone through it. They've gone through their lives with all these mistakes and they still don't want to learn from it, or they just don't want to be conscious about it.
Stuck in a rut.
Yeah, they're stuck in that same rut, not knowing that they, you have all these life experiences. Learn from it for once, for God's sake.
Bite the bullet, so to speak, Yeah.
As an older person, you have to say, okay, this is not working for I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
So why am I not changing this? And
instead of just being miserable for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Yeah. And when we're talking about self-improvement and changing yourself and everything, we're not saying like you should want to change for yourself, not because you think I'm gonna I'm a little bit overweight or I'm a little bit chubby and like. People aren't dating me because of that. So I'm going to lose weight so I can get dates. That's not why you should be changing.
So I can get the model boyfriend.
Yeah, so it's like I can have the good body so I can get the so people will actually start dating me. That's not what we're talking about. If you change has to be for yourself. Self-improvement has to be for yourself. You have to want to do it for you to make yourself happy. Well, if you change yourself to fit another person or what you think another person will want.
Person's ideal would want.
Yes. You're not going to be happy whatsoever.
I feel that reflection has to do a lot of that, what you can change, realistically change, and you don't think about like, oh, I gotta lose weight, so I'm gonna go get liposuction. No,
So when you are making changes in yourself and about yourself, physical, emotional, your own interests, your own personality, any of that, there's such a plethora of things that you could improve upon. When you are making the changes for yourself, you're going to become more and more confident because you're going to be more and more sure of yourself. And people will see that change.
Yeah.
And they will react differently to you because it's like they'll see that confidence. And they're like, oh, okay, this person kind of used to be a pushover, but they're not. So that's awesome.
Take a tip from the books and the shows we read is there's always growth.
The best stories, the best characters have character growth in them.
Yeah.
And
they change.
Yeah.
And for example, actually, Game of Thrones and Peter Dinklage's character, Tyrion Lannister, like seriously, one of the main things that everybody takes away from is knowing yourself and using that as armor.
Yeah.
And so nothing can hurt you.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's just, make sure that you're always adding to that armor or building its strength.
All right, and now let's go to Ruby for your advice to the girls.
So, to the girls, I've been very light with you girls, not being, very strict on my advice. So here it is. Don't try to be Wonder Woman, as in physically, try to be her, strong woman. That's great. But ideally, I'm not going to get, double D boobs one day or another. I've had 2 kids. I have to be realistic about my changes. If you see my side profile, I have the weird nose, okay? But guess what? It makes me. It creates character to my personality. Yeah. So, accept it.
You don't have to be a carbon cutout of another person.
Yeah, accept who you are and love yourself. Importantly, love yourself.
And now to Heather for advice to the guys.
Hey guys. So here's my advice to you. And actually this also goes a little bit also toward the girls for you guys. When you're younger or your younger crowds, don't be just so narrow-minded with the horse blinders on saying, I know everything. I've hit 19, 21. I know life. No, you have so many years ahead of you to actually gain so much more wisdom about yourself and where you're going to put yourself and boundaries and rules, and it's going to be crazy exciting, and it's more understanding of who you are, so you can have a happier life.
And that's it for our episode this week. A huge thank you to commenter Showdown Empire. You're the whole reason why this episode exists. If there are any other users out there who would like to leave a comment about new topic ideas, any discussions they want to have on the episode, please leave those below.
Subscribe
and like
us. And if you would like to find a geek of your own, please go to www.soulgeek.com. See you next week. Bye. Bye.